Actually, I had no idea anything was going on with my roof until I paid the kid down the road to come clean the gutters out. And he's like, hey, you got soft spots in your roof. So being the all-American, red-blooded American person I am, I called my insurance, who promptly came out, inspected it, and said they weren't going to cover it because that's what insurance does. The trees were the problem to begin with. The trees are probably what caused the damage initially. Yeah. I knew they needed to come down, but the quotes I'd been given were astronomical. The pecan tree that was taken down completely, that tree was quoted at $5,000 by itself. The other side of the house was an additional $3,500 just to take the trees off the top of the house. I'm not in a financial position to do that, and I don't know many that are. But I don't know many people that could come up with $12,000 to $20,000 just out of nowhere, who are, working middle class or lower middle class, and God forbid the poverty level. I just don't see how anyone could. I had another roofer come out, and again, like I said, my insurance wasn't covering it, so I was looking at having to come up with somewhere in the general vicinity of $24,000 just for the roof, the guttering, taking that on and off, not replacing it. And that had nothing to do with trees. That was the roof. John came in and we talked about the costs, and his costs were a solid $10,000 less if it was completely out of pocket. We talked about the trees. He said, let me see what I can do. A couple of weeks passed. He calls me up and it's like, great news. I found a grant. It's in your area. This is what I need from you. So we worked together for, I think it took about 3 weeks. 3 weeks, give or take, passes, and I've got a $10,000 grant to pay for a chunk of my roof. Now, for perspective, it started out at over 24. John brought it down to about 23, 24-ish, somewhere in there. John brought it down to 13. Then I got the grant. That took it down even further. No, 16, I apologize. It took it down to $1,600. The grant left me with only a balance of $1,600 to pay the roofing. Then John got a guy to come out and do my trees for $3,500 total. Again, $5,000 for one, $3,500 for the other side. John got it for $3,500 for the whole thing. Not only did they chop the trees down and remove them, they hauled off all the garbage, the tree limbs, the branches, all of it. So now I'm getting my roof replaced, my trees are gone, and I think the gross total that's come out of my pocket so far is somewhere in the general vicinity of it'll be close to $6,000 total after everything. And that's phenomenal. Morning, noon, or night, I can text Johnny and be like, hey, I've got a question. More than once I had old people brain, and I'm like, did we say this? What was the amount you gave me? He's been so phenomenal to work with. Any question was not a thing. It was I never felt like I was bothering him. I never felt like I was getting in his way. He has never had any issue answering any question I had. When it came to a concern, if it were a concern about the money, the financing, the bringing the materials in, any of that, he just calls me up. I've actually already thrown his name out there. I need cards because people at work were asking me. I mean, all of us have Oklahoma weather. So I need cards because he will go far. I have done nothing but talk up him and what he's done for me and for my getting the roof done. And the grant's phenomenal. Like, no one offered that. The other roofer I had didn't mention anything. I had no idea and would never have known to look. He knew, but I wouldn't have known. So yeah, that goes a long way. When your roofer, who is providing a service, is finding ways to not only ensure they get paid, but they're ensuring you're not the one doing it. That's a nice change of pace when your insurance is like, hey, so sorry. It's nice to have someone in your corner.